guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been getting a lot of comments of people wanting to see more of the Chevelle, but I've had some things happen in my life. I have a newborn child now, and this thing has been taking all of my free time. So I'm done with this. It's cost me a lot of money. It's cost me a lot of time. It just keeps breaking. So I am done making this fast. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back to stock and just start working on the Chevelle, toying around with that. So you'll see a lot more of that soon. I've got some things in the works, I suppose you could say. I found a new engine for it, and we're probably gonna go get that in this video. But I need space for it, which is the biggest thing. I've got my motorcycle in here. I got all this storage racking that's taking up a whole bunch of space because it's not put up. And the reason it's not put up is because of this. So that's probably going to be a bulk of the video. Basically, I already took my built diff and built trans out of it. I sold both of those things, put the factory stuff back in. I'm just going to be taking the nitrous kit off of it and some other odds and ends. So you'll still get some wrench time in this video, but later on we should be able to go get a new engine for the Chevelle. So that's the plan, so let's get to it. I just gotta make sure that this transmission is not stupid. Is his ears covered? For free. Got a couple of things to address under the hood here. I've got the switch panel removed from in the dash. I've got a little bit of wiring to clean up, but inside the car we're practically done. Out here though, we've got basically the whole brains of the nitrous operation, starting with the nitrous controller. What this does is when you receive a signal from me turning the nitrous system on, this is ready to go, right? So it is watching your throttle position and your RPM. And when you reach your programmed RPM and throttle position, it will ramp in the nitrous. So it just pulses the solenoids really quickly. So you can have as much or as little control over the nitrous system as you want. So that's pretty cool. Right here, I've got a Lingenfelter launch and timing controller, and what that does when I arm the nitrous system here, that sends a signal to this box saying, hey, we need less timing, and this just gets plugged into the coil pack harnesses, and it will pull as much as like 16 degrees, 15 degrees of timing, or as little as none. And so you just have to pair that up with your nitrous system. So this also does launch control. So the way I had it set up, when I had my e-brake up, launch control is active, and obviously, you just go wide open throttle and it holds it at whatever RPM you set. So that's got to come out. This has got to come out. Right here, this is the fuse box that has all the fuses and relays and everything for the nitrous system. And then I've got the actual nitrous plate here, and this is incorporated into the mass airflow sensor, so I'll need to replace that, unfortunately, but they're only like $80, so I'm not too concerned with that. Normally you see them behind the throttle body. I got a really good view on this, and it works really well, so surprisingly. But that's going to go away, and I've got that really trick alternator right there. I was chasing down some charging issues on this car a while ago, and it turns out it's not the alternator at all. But that is a MechMan alternator, and it puts out just a ton of current at idle. But I found out that wasn't the case for my issue at all. So I've got the factory AC Delco. We're going to throw that back on, and yeah. So let's get to work.
enter a human body, and then suddenly they're attacked by the body's defense mechanisms.
Today is exciting. We're gonna go pick up the new heart for the Chevelle. I've got the cherry picker in the back. So yeah, let's just get it done. Super excited for this, and should be a lot of fun. So I'm here with my buddy Andrew.
How's it going?
He's got this this Camaro. I'm not sure what he's doing with it yet, but
neither.
you know, it's a cam intake, nitrous, turbo 400, 9-inch, all the fun stuff, you know. But he had this motor laying around, and I don't know what he was gonna do with it. I don't even know what it is.
Me neither.
Why don't you show us the new heart for the Chevelle? Bam! Junkyard 6-liter. Yeah. I think with some aluminum heads and you know, a big old bump stick in it, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Maybe a turbo or two.
Maybe a turbo or two. We'll see how it goes. But I think originally it's going to be just NA, cam only. Well, heads cam intake. You know, that's really cam only in the LS really. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, we got the motor strapped down back of my truck. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat and then go get some more goodies for this swap. I've never done a swap like this before. I've done minor engine swaps, but it was the same family of engine. So it was mostly just like the EMS system and all that. So you know, going to an entirely different you know, era of engine, that's totally new to me. I'm excited, and it should be a fun project. I think my plan to begin with is probably just made it up to the turbo 350 that's in it. I know it's old, but it shifts really good, and I know my dad actually rebuilt it not that long in miles ago, you know, 30 years ago, but a few thousand miles ago. So I think that'll be a good starting point. I don't think there's really any need to go crazy with it, and like you know, I'm totally in the wrong lane. I don't think there's any need to go crazy with it and, you know, build a turbo kit for it or anything like that right out of the gate. It's just going to keep me from driving it even longer than I have already waited. So I think that's the plan to begin with. This thing's got iron heads on it, so it's an early 6.0, and I think nice set of aluminum heads and a cam. And my buddy Andrew, he's got a Super Vic for it. I'm torn on that because it's like a really high RPM intake manifold. But, you know, maybe it'll work. I don't know. I got to do some research. So. All right. So, there you have it. Good old 6-liter sitting on the stand. So, sorry it took so long to get this video recorded and produced and all that. You know, I just had a lot of things going on, and you know, did a bunch of work to my house, and I just didn't have time for this stuff. Honestly, the Chevelle sat for another 2 years or whatever. So it happens, you know. So, but we're moving on now. So 6-liter LS. I just threw this on there for, you know, grins. This is a Gen 4 truck intake. It's one of the best flowing intakes that you can put on an LS, at least the ones that came from GM. You know, we aren't talking a fast 102 or anything like that, but it's pretty good. And then over on this bench, oh yeah, let's dig into this. So I picked this up from a buddy of mine, MS3 Pro Evo. So it's a totally standalone engine management system. It won't do transmission control, but it'll do everything, you know, nitrous control, traction control, boost control, flex fuel, sequential fuel injection, anything you could want. So I picked this up from a buddy of mine.
So it is used, but you know, it comes with, I think this is just the generic harness that they send with it. You got that, and this one, I believe. I don't know, this is my first time actually taking everything out. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. But we got a harness for a LS, you know. There's all your fuel injectors. That looks like a cam sensor, oil pressure sensor, you know, crank sensor, more fuel injectors, coil packs, you know, everything for an LS. So that's cool. And he actually had his car running on this, and he had some issues with the motor, and he decided to go a different route with his build. So he sold this to me for essentially dirt cheap, and I am forever thankful of that. But that's only the harness. He also has the NS3 Pro Evo. So here's this, and this is what I'm super excited for. So it does CAN bus. It's got a serial communication, USB connection, you know. But I believe this is a 4-bar map sensor input. So if I wanted to, you know, really go crazy with the boost, I suppose I could. But I'm not really planning on doing that either. I just want to, you know, daily driverable, gets decent fuel economy, you know, and maybe has like 600 or 700 horsepower. So I think this will do great for that, and I am super excited about it. And yeah, flex fuel, so that's cool. I'm not sure if this thing, what I would really hope for, you know, it's got the flex fuel capabilities, so it'll blend between ethanol and gasoline and all that. But what I'm really hoping for, since it has flex fuel and electronic boost control capabilities, I'm hoping that I can change the boost level based off of ethanol content. You know, this is my father's car, and you know, I don't want him to have to screw with the tune every time he wants, you know, to go party and put some E85 in the tank. So I just want him to be able to put whatever fuel he wants in it, and this takes care of it, and doesn't, you know, scatter the bottom end of our 6.0 over here. So super excited for this. Should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned for more.